Welcome to T-Boys TV. We're back again after a few days. Obviously, the last, load of content on the channel was actually the last Hatter show. But yeah, we're back with another one. Obviously, episode 46. And we're here to discuss quite a few things again. Not as much as last time, but quite a few things. Obviously, there's been 2 new signings since. And obviously, we played a pre-season game yesterday as well. So briefly talk about that. But like always, I'm joined with my dad. How are you, Dad?
Yeah, all good, man. Big up, everyone.
Yeah, big up, everyone. Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, we've done it a little bit different today. As you can see, it's a bit closer to us. Let us know what you think of that. We'll probably do it like that with the Hatter Show thing in the background. Makes sense. But yeah, like I said, that is what we'll be doing. And as you can see by the title, things are looking positive right now. They are looking very positive. You look at the signings we're doing, and everything just seems to be going all right in and around the club. So yeah, but we'll get more into it. But yeah, we'll start off with a little quick reaction to Hitchin and a Bravo quick prediction. Obviously, we go out. Where are the Bravo from again? I can't quite remember. I always forget.
Slovenia, I think it's.
That's the one. I always get confused between Slovenia and Slovakia. But yeah, obviously we travel out there and we'll be playing them. But obviously Hitchin played them yesterday. Got a 3-0 victory. Obviously, I got the score spot on. My dad said to me, I should have put a bet on it. I really should have, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, it was one of them. Run out. We play them every season, really. Good place to go. They good ground for their standard and that sort of thing. And obviously we've done that where we play different sides in both halves. I thought the team in the second half was very attacking. But yeah, everyone got a run out. And it obviously ended up being 3-0. Goal from Potts, and it was a very well taken goal. Very good strike by him. And then goals by Woodrow as well. Good to see that he's come back and got a goal. Unfortunate with the penalty, and I think the other goal was Jerome. Jerome just in the right place at the right time, really. But yeah, it was one of them. I think Hitchin's closest chance was in the first half. And it was a good save by Eisted. But other than that, I didn't really see too much. I only watched the highlights, of course. But it was just one of them, wasn't it? Get some minutes under the belt, Dad.
Yeah, that's it. That's all that's about, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously I predicted more, but I think we went 4-0 up at one point, but it was disallowed.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that, yeah.
It's just a warm up. They're going on a plane the next day, traveling to Slovenia. No one wants to get injured. No one, you know what I'm saying? It's just you just utilize your skills. It's good to see Woodrow get his first goal. I haven't actually seen highlights. I just know the scorers, etc. But we always play, and we've got good links with Hitchin. They get. There was 1,600 there apparently.
Yeah, 1,500. Yeah.
Yeah, like fills their coffers a bit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, we loan players to them, etc. And going forward, if they improve, then we'll be loaning more players. It's a good relationship to have. Good to see that you do that with your local teams. I mean, some of Watford's friendlies I heard are a bit mad. You know what I mean? Like, they were playing some team in the country that has got dodgy criminal laws and stuff. But whatever, like, it's just a bit random. I know. I think did they lose to Cambridge yesterday?
Not too sure. I don't know. The only friendly I paid attention to is us.
No, I only see it because it flagged up on the Facebook group. They were 3-0 down or something. So good preparations going for them. That's what you like to see. I know you can't read everything into pre-seasons, but nowadays you kind of can, because generally, like, I've seen Luton through the years. I think they played Aston Villa, and they battered them or something like that a few years ago.
Yeah, and then, they had Grealish and everything, if that's the one you're about. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I swear we battered them or something.
I think it was 3-1. Yeah, pretty sure it's like 3-1.
I can't remember, but and then the first game of the season, that season when we started off, we played Yeovil and beat him 8-2. I kind of, if you're doing that on the first game of the season, mate, you've got something about it. I don't care. That's not a fluke. And we actually done that a couple of times in the season. Beat Stevenage 7-0, Cambridge 7-1, or something, or the other way around.
Yeah.
So you can, depending on the opposition, obviously, Hitchin, you expected to beat them. Minor, Northampton, we're expected to win all our games except possibly, obviously, West Ham. And you just want to see a performance. But it doesn't, if they beat us 3-0, you're not going to look at it too much, are you? It's a friendly, they're finishing the top, whatever last season, didn't they? They're progressing club, got very good players, but we're more Nathan Jones. Remember that time we went to the St Albans friendly? I think we beat them 6-3 or something. Do you remember?
Yeah, it's a madness. 6-2.
And we were sitting next to the players and that. Do you remember? And they'd just signed, and he's going, "Look, there's whoever it was. Was it Reece Burke or someone like that?"
Times there, I can't remember. I'll be honest.
Yeah, and Nathan Jones was going mental, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because I think Sluga made a couple of mistakes in that game. He was going fucking crazy in the friendly. You know what I'm saying? So with us, I think you can say that friendlies kind of do, you can kind of see the progression a little bit. And let's see, they have I think they've been going to Slovenia for a few years now. I
remember a couple of years ago, I went to Portugal. I remember that.
Yeah, and I think it's up near the mountains and stuff. It's beautiful views. It gives them, kills their mind. I think it's a bit of a psychological thing.
Yeah.
A bit of a routine, and it always sets them good. So yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Even I saw Fred's interview after the game, and he was saying it's going to be good to, obviously focus on still doing well and that, despite it being friendlies, but it's going to be good to get out there as well, have a break in a way. So yeah, definitely agree with that one. But yeah, obviously that's all really got to say about that. And then obviously Bravo, take them on Friday. Just drop a quick prediction. Let's see if one of us can get another one right.
Well, I don't know too much about them. I guess they're probably in the top division in the country.
Yeah, just quickly, all I know is that they finished 5th last season.
Right. Well, they're obviously, not bad, not too bad a team. Expect us to win. I still think they'll be a bit chill. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Fair
enough. I'm going to go, despite it being a friendly, I'm going to go with one of them famous Luton wins. 1-0.
Yeah.
1-0 Luton, yeah. So, yeah, let's see if one of us can get it right again. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, that's enough said about all the pre-season games and that for now. Time to go on to the business that has happened. 2 more loads of business has happened. Start off with the first one. Louis Watson has signed for Luton Town, obviously from Derby. Young, fairly young, 21 years of age, a midfielder. And I'm very happy about this signing. Obviously, he was in the under-23s a bit, and then he got his chance for Derby, the main team last season. Obviously, they had to play a lot of youngsters as well last season due to obviously all the stuff that's going on in and around the club. So he's got the championship experience, and it's a good signing, isn't it, Dad?
It is a good signing. I recognised him. I don't know if I'd properly heard of him. Do you know what I mean? But I do feel like there was a game where I was watching it, and they were ranting and raving about him. Do you know what I mean? I think he's got a lot of ambition. Yeah, he's still very young. My personal opinion is I think we're building, and it's a good thing that we're attracting. He knows he's not going to be starting. I doubt he's going to be starting. I'm just putting that out there now. I think he's brought in to be developed and with the opportunity to get into the first team if he proved. Yeah. I feel like I don't know if he'll go out on loan. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he went out on loan. But the thing is, we're building that grade B category, whatever it is. Second squad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
And we keep getting players into that because that's what all the Premier League clubs, that's what all the bigger clubs have. That's what you generally got to have because you see the better clubs, the bigger clubs, the players will just come out of nowhere, and then start smacking it up. That's what I think it's like a development signing, and it's good because he's obviously got a lot of ambition. He's a decent player. He could probably have if Derby offered him a new deal, he probably would have started there in League One, and then maybe worked his way out from there. But obviously, they've probably said to him, look, even if he's in development squads or whatever, if you show us stuff, then you're going to be getting in there. But then you think back to Faulkner, when we signed him, some people were like, yeah, he's going to, he's highly rated. He played one game, which I think it was FA Cup game, Cambridge, maybe.
It was.
He looked good. Obviously, he looked good. He's Premier League. He's been playing, and training in the Premier League initially.
Yeah.
So he obviously did look good against that opposition, but he didn't get into the first team. On the bench a few times, but albeit we had a lot of injuries. So I think maybe they'll be swapping places. I think Fort will potentially be in the squad, more, and Louis Watson will probably be under 23s, possibly going out on loan. But again, you're looking ahead. We're looking ahead more. And that's why it's a good signing, and that's the same with which we're going to move on to with the goalkeeping situation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously, I weren't able to see too much of this player. I haven't seen too much, sorry. But obviously he was academy player at West Ham as well.
Yeah.
And I see a bit of there was these clips on YouTube, and when he was obviously in the academy at West Ham. He looks like one of them players, even though it was a while ago. I'm sure he's still similar to the same player. Likes to get on the ball and make stuff happen. Likes to dictate the play in a certain way. So, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But yeah, it's definitely a good signing. And like you said, it's definitely more one for the future. And I can see we're doing that. You look at a lot of our young attacking players as it is. Musquay, Mendes, Gomez. Piera. Yeah. Who also, by the way, had a really good game yesterday, Piera. A lot of
very good player, mate. Very good player. I said, I'd prefer not for him not to go out on loan, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But the problem is we're still looking to make 3 signings, I believe. So it could be a high chance that he will, because he's that age and as well. If anyone's definitely going to go out on loan, it'd be him. But you can only do that for so long, And I just want it. I think he's got the ability to play. Just give him a chance. But we'll see.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm just going to read a little bit of what is said here. So obviously, we are pleased to confirm the signing of midfielder Louis Watson on a permanent transfer from Derby County for an undisclosed fee. Obviously, he turns 21 next week. Started his career at West Ham before leaving the Premier League club in 2020 to join Derby. And then this links to what I said earlier. He began his career at Pride Park with the under-23s, but then moved into the senior squad and made his league debut for Derby as a late substitute in a convincing 4-0 win over Birmingham. So, that's a very good first game to come into. And then obviously it says here he was a regular feature on the bench and made a handful of appearances as a substitute before making his first league start against Brentford in March 2021. And then obviously he's been, internationally for the youngsters, England under 15. And then obviously the Republic of Ireland at under 18 level. So yeah, under Rooney last season, he made 3 starts, as well as 2 in the EFL Cup, scoring a penalty in the shootout win against Salford City. So there you go. That's a little bit. And then Nathan Jones, to see what he said about it. He said another one of the typical Luton signings. And he says we're getting him at the right age, similar to what he said with Alfie Doherty. And then he also says he's had a good grounding at West Ham, then gone to Derby and broken through there. Derby have done really well with the young players, so he caught our eye. We've monitored him, and when the opportunity came to try and do it, we did. You can see his desire to want to get on and develop, but to establish himself at this level first. For me, that's typical Luton. We have players who are hungry, who want to get to the next level. It doesn't matter what age they are. They come here and they want to do well. Louis is exactly that. He's a good technical midfield player who is absolutely nowhere near his ceiling. So, from that, it's similar to Alfie Doherty and what Nathan Jones has said.
I'll just butt in there. He said that about a few players, and I like that description. They're not near their ceiling. Basically, he's saying that
they can get to the next level being here.
They've still got a lot of potential, and like we can build on that, and also the club's players want to do that. They feel that actually, look what he done to this player, or that club done to this player. Look, you know what I'm saying. So. That is a good. I do like that phrase. It's pretty accurate. It's a good one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm just going to read this comment by Blue Terrier because I've just remembered I've left it on screen for a while. Big up yourself, mate. It says Huddersfield are signing Dave. Can't say his surname, but from MK Dons. Is that the centre back or something?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure I saw that already. If he is the centre back, I know they're definitely getting someone from Dons, and that's obviously who it is. But yeah, big up yourself. But yeah, like I said, and like I said there, that's what we've got to say. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on to the next signing?
No, that's it. I'm not on the lag. But yeah, welcome to Luton Town, and
yeah, absolutely.
Big up yourself.
Absolutely. But yeah, obviously made another signing as well. Woke up to it, so that's always a good one. And there was a lot of rumours flying around yesterday about this goalkeeper. And just quickly, he's centre mid, that guy. So fair enough. But yeah, Ethan Horvath. I think that is how you say his surname.
I think it's Horvath.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of different things. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it is. But very buzzing about this signing. Like I said, there's a lot of rumours yesterday going in and around about us potentially getting him. And obviously, Nathan Jones come out and said we will be getting another goalkeeper, and this is the one. This is the one we've gone out and got. Obviously, on loan, a season-long loan from Nottingham Forest. And I saw a lot of this keeper last year. He stepped in a lot of times when Samba wasn't available or anything like that. And he looked very good in a lot of games I saw. Very good shot stopper. He played in the FA Cup as well against Liverpool, and he was good in that, to be honest. And from what I've seen, he's a very good keeper, keeper. Another toolkit goalkeeper as well. But yeah, what did you make of this signing when you heard about it, Dad?
Yeah, I was pleased because there's a few reasons. Firstly, he's another big lad. He was annoyed that he'd lost his place at Forest. When Nathan Jones was being interviewed about the signing of a keeper, they were saying about loan. He was like, "Yeah, we as you know, we don't do loans. We would be looking to loan, but we'd have to have the option to buy." So I do believe that is the case, and I don't think it's been confirmed. Might be partly down to the player as well. See how you know what I'm saying. But I feel that he's going to be the number one. I feel that he's at the right age. He's confident, and we had two American goalkeepers years back, Jurgen Sommer and Ian Fier, and they were both very good goalkeepers. So I feel like this is going to be the same, number 3. I just think it fits. It's a perfect fit. I mean, when I saw him before, I thought, do you know what? I'll take him. I think I read somewhere that he was not, because they got rid of. They just got rid of both their keepers. Or Samba said he wanted to go, and the other guy was like, "Well, if I ain't gonna get, if he, you know what I'm saying?" I was thinking, I'll take him because he and I think he'll get on with everyone there. I think he seems like a proper down to earth character. Just will get on with his type. Will improve. I've heard that there's a couple of his kick, his distribution ain't. He panics like a bit and all that. But I think he just needs more games and maybe he didn't trust him not on the Forest defenders or something. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a great signing. And you know what I mean? It's like he's come from a team that's just got promoted to the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of years ago, we wouldn't have signed someone like that.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have happened. So this is, keep the recruitment team and Nathan Jones, the way he gets players through the door is unreal.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. Once people start sitting up and taking notice, and they will try and poach. If we do well again this season, people will be trying to poach him. I guarantee it. But
100%.
He will. He wants to get us promoted, and I still believe that he still want a season with us at least in the Premier League. And then if someone massive coming for him, then you can't really blame him then. And then you've got to give him all the props. But he left, he come back, and he took. That's it. Now, obviously, I'd like him to stay for as long as possible with the way that's going on. But what you got to bear in mind is the club will always keep that structure. You know what I mean? They'll look for someone else. The basis of how they do things will still be the same. And they'll look for someone with a similar mentality. They might have different ideas or whatever, but they have to have that same mentality. So, obviously I'm pushing on a bit, but great signing. And I do believe that he'll be starting. Ice did started against Hitchin. Going to happen. Did Macy start the second half? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, Macy's in goal for the second half.
And this guy's obviously just saying he's obviously probably he's in Slovenia with everyone else, I would have presumed. I'd look forward to seeing him play. I think he'd probably be a better signing than Sluga was.
Yeah, I agree.
And loan. I do believe there is the option. There will be the option there. Because they didn't want. Sam was gone. They're looking to sign someone else. They were happy to let him go. Unless he
and just quickly, I think Forest have, obviously they've got, well, it's pretty much confirmed. If not, it's confirmed they've got Dean Henderson, and then I think they're looking at someone else as well. I'm hearing. So,
well, that's what happens when you get promoted to the Premier League. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You can make these signings. I'm not sure Luton would have been out. The size of Nottingham Forest are a big club as well, like size wise and a bit stature wise as well. You know what I'm saying? So it would be hard for us. As soon as we get that new stadium, it's going to be a whole lot easier. But we're still making decent signings, shrewd, decent signings every single season, and you just got to keep the faith and keep believing in the whole philosophy of the club.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I agree with you. For me, he's going to be the starter. He's out on loan. Well, he's on loan. I think that's the main.
And also quickly, just a button. I don't know who's the number one keeper for USA.
Neither do I. Neither do I. But I know he's trying.
I'm sure that he'll be on the radar.
Well. Yeah,
he's definitely be on the radar. Apparently, he was on. They were talking about on some American news channel. So. I presume he does already play for the international squad in some capacity anyway.
I think he actually, when they actually qualified for the World Cup, I think he made the winning save or something. It's a penalty shootout. He made a winning save in something for them to get towards there.
Well, they're in England's group, aren't they? So I'm pretty sure that he'll be starting, he will be itching to get into that.
Yeah,
I think we've signed him at the right time. I really, really do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, most definitely.
Same as Woodrow, we've signed him at the perfect time,
absolutely
perfect time, and that's sometimes it's easy to do FIFA football LMA manager and that you just sign names and you just sign big players and that, but if it ain't the right time, then it ain't gonna work. Don't matter how much money you pay for them, don't matter how good they are. Look at Lukaku, when he went back to Chelsea. Look at Torres when he went to Chelsea. Look at certain players. They're good players, but the timing was all wrong. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really want to do. They've got to fit in with everything else. They've got to want it more than just the money or whatever. And this is we're making them decisions, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant and well deserved as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We'll go into a little bit, of his career and that here. So obviously he's 27, 7-year-old's early football days were spent with Real Colorado. That's how you say it. In his home country before moving to Norway and Molde. Obviously, Norwegian club, signed his first professional contract in 2013, having been recruited by former Manchester United player and manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And then obviously he made his professional debut in May 2015 and was number one the season after following Nyland's departure. He went on to make 56 appearances before he moved to the Belgium League with Club Brugge. And then obviously in the 2018 to 19 season, he made 3 appearances in the Champions League, kept clean sheets against Monaco, Borussia Dortmund and Atletico Madrid, before also starring in the Europa League. So he's got that experience in the high European competitions as well. And then obviously he won 3 league titles during his time in Belgium and left on a free transfer to join Forest last summer. And then obviously the keeper has kept, so here you go, Dad. The keeper has kept 8 caps for his country and has his sights set on securing his place in the American squad for the World Cup.
He will be starting. He definitely will be starting.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a picture of him.
Yeah,
with obviously the goalkeeper stuff. So yeah, and he's just come out and said he's obviously happy to be here. It's been a fantastic day. People have been really nice, and he also says the club has a real family feel to it, which I like. There are good people in the business, and you want good people to help you succeed. So yeah, and then obviously the Americans spoke this bit about last season. Spent most of last season as understudy to Bryce Samba at the City Ground, but made 11 appearances in total, including 6 in the Championship, an FA Cup quarter-final against Liverpool, and a late substitute role in a playoff final victory against Huddersfield. So yeah, and then obviously
I remember that.
Yeah. And then obviously against Forest, not against Forest, sorry, for Forest. A bit more about that. He said it was a worldwide season at Forest. From the first 8 games to have 1 point or whatever it was to then getting promoted, I couldn't be happier for the boys. And a bit more said about that. Obviously, a picture of him there. And then this is what Nathan Jones has said. We're delighted to add Ethan. He is a fantastic goalkeeper. I was really impressed with him in terms of what he's done. We were aware of him. Then he went to Forest and he did well in the limited amount of time he had to play. He's someone that showed a real desire to want to play for us. That was the good thing. I loved his character and I knew all about his ability. And then he had a real desire to get this done. That's what we want here. Absolutely. People that really want to play for us do well here, and he was desperate to come. He wanted to be part of something, and he's a great character. And then, obviously what I've said about a minute ago, he's played in the Champions League and he's international looking to go to the World Cup. So he has fantastic pedigree, and we wanted to increase or significantly, bloody hell, I can't speak today, improve the goalkeeping department this summer. And then obviously, we've got 3 goalkeepers now who we know they can all play championship football. So yeah, we're in a very good position with the goalkeepers now, and this is what we wanted. Because say for instance, we didn't bring in another one. We mentioned it on the last one. If say we didn't bring this guy in, and then one of the other 2 got injured, Macy or Eisted, then we're in real problems for other options. If one of them had to go in. So it's good to see we've sorted that out now. And touch wood, no incidents like last season. You know what I mean? But anything else you wanted to say about this signing, Dad?
No, I'm really pleased, and I feel the signings we're making just not unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Because that ain't the case, but so you just like, wow.
Yeah, it shows how far we've come,
and the players want to come to the club. That's the main thing. That really it sets us. They ain't looking. Oh yeah, Luton will do a Barnsley next season. Luton ain't go. People are saying that. People like real football people understand what is going on there and want to be part of that. So that's it. It's what one Welsh manager for another one. Let's see what happens. I'm really looking forward to this season so far, and don't forget we got signings to make still.
Yeah, exactly. Nathan Jones come out as, there's about 3 more signings, I believe.
Yeah, defender, I think, striker, possibly.
Isn't there a left-sided midfielder as well? I'm hearing.
Yeah, and I just want to touch on something like Snodgrass is we don't know what's going on with him still.
No.
He could still potentially sign.
Yeah, never know.
And he's still, I know we discussed it. If he goes, it goes. Do you know what I mean? But it's still someone handy to have, because of his ability. He can win you a game like instant.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got that quality about. But we'll see. There's a lot of people saying he's got the same agent as Naismith. So what? It's not down to the agent; it's down to him.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think there's a bit of waiting around on that. If he goes, then we've already got someone in mind. We'll be looking at them. It's probably already been discussed, and then it'd be interesting to see. I presume we'll be buying a right-sided defender.
Yeah, with Kioso going. Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, the attacking. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. I don't think it'll probably be a winger or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got
we'll
a lot
see.
of strikers as it is. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And yeah, I feel like there'll probably be a rollout next week. There'll be like one after the other. Job done. Get on with it now. Because they'll have to fly out to Slovenia. I mean, there was a try list as well in the Hitchin game.
Yeah,
also
from Forest as well.
Also from Forest. Apparently, he's decently rated as well. So potentially he might be the defender. I presume he probably plays on the right. I don't know if he played in the centre or not in that game. I'm not sure, but
I'm not too sure either.
I would have thought that he's versatile because I feel that we've got enough centre backs anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he does play on the right from recollection, but we'll see if anyone knows. But yeah. And I said that, there'll be a try. But it didn't say, normally sometimes it says try list. It actually said his name, and I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then there was another young lad who played, I think, from the development squad, Williams or something. So, it's good to see we've got that. Maybe some of them will start breaking in. Because it can happen sometimes. They play them in the League Cup game, FA Cup game, and they get a hat trick or something. You think, hey, do you know what? We'll put you on the bench. And then a guy on the bench come and score a winner, and you think you can't drop him now. You know what I mean? It happens sometimes, and I feel that potentially we could have that at some point this season with the way we're signing these younger players.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, there you go. That is what we've got to say about the signings. There's nothing else you want to say about Ethan, is there?
Just a big welcome, mate. I'm really looking forward to it. I think he's going to be a great character as well. I think he's going to fit in nicely.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that one. But yeah, there you go. That is another episode of the Hatter Show done. Unless there's anything else you want to say, Dad?
Yeah, I just want to say, I don't know if any of you guys have watched Danny Hilton's last interview for Hitchin Town. Yeah. But if you haven't, give it a listen. It's very good. You can see that actually he's I know we've had our times where we said, like, I don't want to see him playing again. But actually, sitting listening to him for 40 minutes or whatever it was, you can tell he's like a humble guy. He's a different animal off the pitch. He's more down to earth, but when he gets on the pitch, he's a character, and that's quite unique. And I tell you, that is what a lot of very talented people do. They're different. Like an MC or a singer. Sometimes they're completely different to how you expect them to be in real life and stuff. He's got his head screwed on. He got emotional. He's definitely got a massive attachment to the club. And it was nice to hear reliving some of the memories. And I just think I wish him all the best, and I hope he ends up getting promotion with Northampton next season, scoring loads of goals. The fans are going to love him because of the character he is, and I think he'll fit in well there. I wish him all the best.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I watched that, and yeah, obviously, if you saw my socials, it was actually quite emotional, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you said, you can tell he's got that bond, with the club,
Yeah.
and wish him all the best. And like we said, we'll think he'll smash it there. You could see,
It was nutmegging people in the championship, mate. Still,
yeah, that's
like
yeah.
so
But
it's
who was
still
that against? Actually, he had that really good Swansea, wasn't it?
yeah.
Where he's
And
very unlucky not to score. I remember. Yeah.
Nathan Jones says he trains really hard, or trains like a nutcat, or whatever he said.
Yeah, like an
In the
animal or something like
championship because he wants to prove himself. He's been doing that with us, as well. Like, he might not have been getting all the games, but he still scored 4 important goals. And
Exactly.
he will. That's a great signing for them. Absolutely. Yeah, he's 33, but still, like, we got Jerome's 35. You know what I mean? Maybe 36 or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
For them, that's a brilliant signing, and I like Northampton. I'd like to see them in the championship. To be honest with you, but let's see. It's similar to Luton.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But yeah, it's one of them. Just wish him all the best. You know what I mean? Like, some of the stuff he's done as well. Did you hear when he said about that knee slide? His
wife had it. So yeah, and that shows as well. Like, she's down to, you know what I mean, because she's respectful. Because some wags and all that, whatever you want to call them, they'll be like, they don't care about stuff like that. But she's saying to him that you've been disrespectful there. What are you doing that for? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Keeps him grounded. And you can see that when he said he lost on a game of stick golf or whatever, and he bashed his phone on the floor, and he didn't tell his wife, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know about that." Like, she keeps him grounded. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's, you don't know players' personal lives and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's nice, man. It's really nice. And the guy, that guy who's interviewing him is obviously knows all the players very well. The families, not extremely well, but he knows them well enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like random reporters. You get all the Sky Sports, like they have their own. I know Liverpool do as well, and stuff like that. But you don't really see it as much.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And the fact that Teddy Ruddock was operating the camera to watch the training and things, that was a brilliant watch as well.
That was like the funniest video I've watched by the Luton
YouTube. It just adds. It just makes you can just see the togetherness and stuff. You know what I mean? And the banter, and it's just nice to watch, man. I like it. Yeah, this ain't nowhere you're getting Ben Foster with his GoPro. He's playing against Liverpool. He's trying to be, you know what I'm saying? All that nonsense. Like, this, that's just shambles, mate. And they should have, apparently they asked him to stop and he didn't. I would have said, Nathan Jones wouldn't have it, but you drop. You ain't playing. If you put that camera on, I'll substitute you, mate.
Yeah.
No balls in that respect, and you can't have that at a club. Can't have that. It doesn't matter.
Over something like that as well, like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So in training, it's different stuff. Pelly's a character at the club, and he'll be the same. A lot of people, sometimes he hasn't performed in that, but he's still he's part of what the journey and part of the reason we are why we are. Let's not forget that. I've seen him have banter. Remember when Collins got was it Player of the Season, and they were watching it on the TV, and it was like James Collins got there, and Pelly Ruddock was going who bantering him. Do you remember? There's things like that. And I know like other clubs might have it. You can see certain clubs have got it. Liverpool have definitely got it, 100% got it. But then you can see certain clubs that haven't got it, and you have to find it. And that's why a lot of people don't want Gareth Southgate to go, because he has brought that to England. Let's forget the shoddy performances recently. He has brought that to England, and I'm sure he will still have that for England. And my opinion on that just is that no one really wants to play in that competition, man. You see all weird results, and that it's flat. But I expect us to be turning up. I know you might disagree, but I expect.
I do think we will, turn up in there. I just getting over that, bit of England talk, people getting over the line with the manager. Like I've said it myself, I give him a lot of credit for the way he's brought the team together in that, because it weren't like that back in, say, 2006.
No, because they're separate egos, different factions. I play for Man United. Well, I play for Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why other clubs do well. The underdogs, they do well. Teams like Luton, because they're together. Wales, they're together. They're not like, oh, you pay for Rangers, I pay for Surrey. They don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
And they stop that.
It's just as a tactician, I'm just not too sure if he.
I get that. He's a bit defensive, but it has worked. Certain times. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not too worried.
I don't know. I've just seen, twice we've been in good positions. We've, I know penalties is, 50-50, but even then, some of the decisions, like why are you putting pressure on a 19-year-old to take a penalty?
Well, I think there was a lot going on with certain things that maybe potentially he was swung by all the racism what was going on at the moment. And it's hard sometimes. Was he going to not let a young black man take the penalty? He get criticised for both sides. I feel sorry for the guy because he missed the penalty. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes them decisions you are swayed by certain things at the time, and maybe he's got to learn it, because he does come out with stuff like that. On some of the fans' behaviour is disgraceful, and he's sort of. It's like he's. They tell him what to. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like he is a bit of a puppet sometimes, and he can't. You just got to be like Nathan Jones. I don't care. I'll say what I want. Yeah,
exactly.
Because eventually it's gonna be detriment to you.
Yeah,
and we'll see. But I know that the team will play for him, and there is a lot of talent out there. So they're not gonna. And it could be a blessing in disguise. People I will play England. They're crap, and they've lost it now. No.
So. Yeah. True. But yeah, bit of England talk there. Do you know what I mean? What do you mean, Hanno? What do you mean? See my face? Well, no, you can't. No, you can. But yeah, I just don't know. Obviously, I want to put the Hatter show in the background. When it comes to the season and that, we'll go back to putting the grounds and that we're playing at and that sort of thing. But for now, we'll just do that. And Hanno also says Luton moving smooth. Obviously, I went on his channel a couple of days ago now to talk about a couple of Luton signings. Definitely check that one out if you haven't already, people. I think that was the last time I actually done a stream, to be fair, other than today. But yeah, definitely check that out. Subscribe to his channel as well. And Dad, did you hear about that? Birmingham sacked Lee Bowyer.
Yeah, I heard about it today. Yeah. Well, then
there's still a lot of problems. That's all I'm saying.
There's still a lot of problems, but I don't think he was the right guy for the job anyway. To be honest with you, he's got an attitude problem. That guy, he's always been a bit, loses his temper and that. Even when he was a player, he was at Charlton and that, he just talking shit about Luton and that. What are you doing, mate?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good move for them, because they've got to look at it and go, we've for the last 7 seasons we finished just above the relegation zone or bottom half of the championship. We need something. We look at teams like Luton, what's going on here. Bigger stadium, probably. Well, I don't know about a bigger budget, because at the moment they're a bit. But potential, they've got that potential. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a saying back in the day about sleeping giants. They were often mentioned, and it is a bit of a shame for them and that. But Luton, that are going in the right trajectory, and they should be looking at that. But don't be having ex-Watford owners and nothing like that. You need to try and get fans
back on board. Yeah,
trust me. Yeah, it works. It works because they want the best interest, not necessarily, but generally they will have. But don't get people who've already, you've seen what they've done to football clubs. It's not going to improve you. We're going to get loads of players on loan from, whatever. But they closed that loophole when Watford done it. Loaned about 6 players, got promoted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good move from them. If they get right owners in or whatever, just get a better recruitment team there, then they're only could go up.
Yeah, like you said, they are historically a big club as well. It's a fact. So, if they start moving in the right direction, they could attract them sort of players.
Yeah,
but
definitely. They've got that potential. Same as Forest had.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know if he'd want to put himself in that situation just because what's going on right now. That's my thoughts on it.
I don't know. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting one. Rooney's already he's had enough there, hasn't he? So I can't do this. You know what I mean? Like it'll hamper his CV or whatever. He needs to move out of there. It could be potentially decent. He's done all right at Derby. Let's be honest.
Yeah, definitely. With the young players, the position they were in.
Yeah, he's obviously got a good character. He knows what he's talking about. He's streetwise. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He's a different like Gerrard kind of thing. And he probably can get the best out of players. And he trusts youngsters. He can see the ability because he's like that himself. So that helps sometimes. It could be a good option. Give him a chance. Why not?
Yeah. Fair enough. Bit of an early championship prediction. I'm sure I'll actually be doing this. I think I might be doing it saying British chat. But Dad, what are we saying about this question?
We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? I don't know about that necessarily. Depends who else they've signed. To me, it depends on the points deduction. If they get points deductions, then it's going to be tough for them. But
yeah,
if they're carrying on and they still offered him, clearly they offered him double his wages or triple his wages, mate, by the sounds of it. We couldn't compete, but we're still signing decent players who are better than Naismith. Then they must have offered him some silly money. So if they get points deductions, he'll be back playing in the League One.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. If I had to say right now, obviously without the point, probably not. They probably do what they do most seasons, a bit floating and around there. And I'm not even trying to, sound salty. It's just facts. And I don't know why. I say it every time I talk about them. Ever since we've played them since we've been in the Championship, home or away, I'm not feared. And that's no disrespect to them. I'm just not. So that's what I've got to say on that. But yeah, obviously everyone's on about Birmingham's friendly. It was the under 23, says Harry, apart from like one first team player.
One set.
Yeah, no worries. Ollie says we have only 12 main players and rest youth. Jesus, absolute madness there then. Oh, yeah, I know that. I think I know a little bit about him. Republic of Ireland assistant, isn't he, right now or something? And he was at QPR as well. Oh, yeah, like you said here, ex-QPR assistant. That wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Where do you stand on that? But if you were to get him in, I don't think that's too bad. I'd say if they finish, highest, probably about there, 13th, something like that. But, like I said, I'll be doing a prediction thing. I think me and British Chap have got something sorted for that. We'll be doing a prediction thing. I'm sure it'll be on this channel. I don't know if I do anything for it on mine. I might just do a little community post and you click on the link, bosh. So I might do it because there's no point really me doing it twice over, is there? So, there you go. But yeah, obviously that game obviously is who played today. But yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, apparently Eustace, I can't say his name, but I know a bit about him. Republic of Ireland assistant manager.
Okay.
He's at QPR as well, as an ex-assistant as well. I know a little bit about him. I think if they get him in, that wouldn't be too bad, to be fair.
Only time will tell, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is the thing. I agree with Harry here. If I think they finish highest, I'd say 13th, 14th. And that's our push. in my opinion. Harry's got a question for me. Do you think Blues will go down, Tyler? Or do you think you'll be fine? No, I think you'll be all right, to be honest. I think you'll be all right. Everyone says it every year that you go down. I don't think you will, to be honest.
No, I think this time you're making the right changes. As long as you get the right owners in, I think you'll be fine. I think
exactly. You've done one step technically, didn't they?
Yeah, I think if they didn't make them changes, I think if they still had Lee Bow, I think they would have gone down. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah, especially if obviously I'm not a Birmingham fan. I don't watch them week in, week out. But I remember Harry, you were saying like he used to play players in silly silly positions that they're not.
Yeah, and I think the players probably had enough of him, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Probably blaming them, or you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel that's a good move. I think that move alone might keep them up. As long as they make it certain decent signings,
No, definitely. But it'll be interesting because obviously we got the first game of the season.
It'll
be interesting to see what they've done by then. Obviously, we've got more to do as well, and it's looking very good, as you can see by the title. Thoughts on Dean Henderson loan to Forest? Yeah, I think that's good. I know Dean Henderson for a while now has wanted game time. Obviously, it's always going to be difficult at Man United when you've got De Gea. I think that's a very good move. Are you the same on that, Dad?
I think it's all right, but you know what? I've got a funny feeling that the American keeper we've signed is going to be better than him, and they'll regret it getting rid of him.
Fair enough. Just quickly on that loan, though.
Yeah.
Obviously, we hope it don't happen. I don't know if it can definitely happen. Can they recall him in January if they wanted to?
Possibly.
Or hopefully.
I mean, I don't know the two ins and outs. You know what I mean? But a season-long loan. But
yeah, that's what I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure you can. I'm not sure you can. Because I think the other ones we've had where players have gone back, they weren't season-long loans. I don't think they were season-long loans. I think they were like temporary or something. I can't remember. So we had Christopher Walton on loan, but I can't remember if that was for the whole season or not, and he got recalled. I don't think they can. I don't think it's a start. I don't think we would. No, I don't think they can on a season. I think if it's a 6 month or it's a 3 month or something, I think then they possibly can, but I don't think they can.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Is Samba still there?
Samba's still there. I'm not too sure. Has he gone yet? Or obviously we know he wanted to.
Well, he must be going because I can't see him just going, right, I'm going to be number 2 now.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just say he's going because he is going to go. Dean Henderson coming in.
Yeah.
On loan as well. There you go, Dad. There you go. Apparently the players wanted him out in the end as well.
Yeah. You can tell, mate. The geezer's a bit of a knob, to be honest with you. Past seeing the games and all that is fucking tall, mate. Chap's absolute bollocks as well. Like, he needs to manage, he's just go managing League 2 or something. Do you know what I mean?
Facts, yeah.
I think Joey Barton's probably better than him. That's saying something. You know what I mean? He's a sore loser. I think as soon as things don't go his way, he just starts blaming other things, and he just comes across like that.
He does. Yeah, he does. I'll be honest.
And maybe Troy Deeney thought, you know what, this geezer, he's one of them guys who has a lot of influence, because people just like that. I don't know, mate. Wouldn't be to me. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But he just seems to have that with in a club. So I think he'll probably do better there under a different manager. He has got a bit of ability. There's not lie about that. Do you know what I mean? But and he's got an attitude as well. But if he can bring the mentality that he had at Watford to Birmingham, and then get people believing and stuff, then they'll probably do better.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's very true. That is very true. But that is the end of the Hatter Show. Obviously, episode 46, and I'm sure if news comes out, which it should do, regarding new signings. We'll obviously do another Hatter Show next week. Same time, Dad, do you reckon?
Yeah, that should be absolutely fine.
So there you go, people. There you go. So obviously we'll be doing that nearer the time. Big up everyone that tuned in. Don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you haven't already and all of that. Dad, you do music. Where can I find it?
Dazzy D Mixcloud. Check it out. All your D&B needs. Good mixes on there. We'll be putting a few up again soon. Just need to have a check out on the old laptop. Check the good ones, because I do mix quite often and that. Check out some of the stuff that I've listened to and that. If you're Tyler's age and your parents will probably know, like old school garage, things like that. The old jungle and stuff like that. Just check it out, give it a like. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
There you go. Absolutely. Check that out. Link to that is obviously in the description, like always.
I was going to say about that actually quickly, Tyler. What we should do is just put a link to a random mix from it in future. You can do that.
All right, yeah, I can do that.
And just bang it on there. Just give it a listen. You know what I mean? So it's more accessible then. Do you know what I mean?
What I could do for the next one then. So I could put your link in to what the link now, and then underneath put here's one of them or something like that.
Yeah. You could put a link straight to it, I think. But yeah, we'll do that. So you can just click on it, and it'd be a lot easier. Or we just pick a random set. It don't even have to be mine. Something have a listen to. You know what I mean? Just something like a little bit fun. You know what I mean? Just give it a listen.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But yeah, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Sorry that the content's been a bit low and dry at the moment. It's just not really a lot to really do, is there? Obviously, football season is just transfers and that at the moment. I'm mainly focusing on, when my side stood on. So, yeah. Subscribe to the other channel as well, T-Boys TV Extra. There has been a few uploads on there, 2 in the last week. Obviously, me yesterday predicting the Hitchin score right. I uploaded that, clipped that bit, and then there was another video I'd done a couple of days ago on it, but I can't quite remember what it was. Please do subscribe to that channel if you haven't already as well. Share both channels. It'd be much appreciated. Turn on the notification bell for both so you never miss an upload or a scheduled stream. And if you want to follow me across any of my socials, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, link to them, are in the description as well. But yeah, until next time, which will be next week on the Hatter Show, we will see you in a bit. Until next time, take care and boost.